Society often state there are winners and losers, right? There are winners and losers to society whenever we see fit, right? There's a progression. There's things that are proceeding that others just don't know about. And as we always speak and often say, why? You dig? Why do we put up with such awfulness? Everybody wants things to be better. Everybody wants the president to be better. Every president we've elected, there's often what we like to call a period of adjustment. There is a period in which we are placed as the bad guys because we just ask, want. And the more we keep asking for things, the more people keep saying we don't deserve. And they haven't been happy with any president that we have put into the position of power. They find something wrong with every president we have ever elected. Somebody is going to be happy, someone is going to be unhappy. The nature of the business. Now, I say this to say to you, right? I say that to say this to you. Good people. Trump, first term, had a great approval rate. Right? Outstanding approval rate in his first 100 days. Yet, you can't find anything that he's done in the first 100 days in his office during that first term. Now, this first 100 days, there's been a lot of activity, and he's saying it's for the betterment of the country, betterment of the United States of America, et cetera, et cetera. Now, take me for instance. I look at everything. Because I'm forced to. But the average American situations are different. Meaning that one American situation is going to be different from another American situation. I deal with stocks and gold and minerals and real estate, and I am involved in a lot of these transactions. So a lot of this would have a lot more weighing on my shoulders than your shoulders, right? Now, a lot of other Americans, they don't deal in this world. They go to a 9 to 5, they work their job, they come home, they got a 401k, they got a savings account, and they come home and they mostly live check to check, just trying to have fun and find ways to survive as they raise their families. And everybody believes they're underpaid. So they just trying to work as diligently as possible, but at the same time, make things better. What must they say next, right? It's so much nonsense that it's hard to decipher how much of it is real, how much of it is fake. But this is about you, because you are the American people. So what affects you doesn't usually affect the other, or they affect them in different ways. Everybody has their own opinion. So that's why I asked you, what are your approval of Donald Trump in his first 100 days? How do you rate Donald Trump first 100 days? I think that is as clear cut as you could possibly get it. So out of 100, what would be the highest score or lowest score, whatever, how you have it? Some people said 80% yay, 80% no, but on an approval rate out of 100, where do you rank him? What number would you give Donald Trump in his first 100 days as president? Well, she's giving him an F, so I guess that would be anything under probably 20%, 30%. Skippy, he says 40%. Okay, so 60 non-approval, 40 for approval. Okay. Now, his first 100 days, to me, I put him at 20% approval out of 100. And I'm going to tell you why I have him at 20. I have him at one of the lowest rates a president has ever had. One, because of the way he handled the first 100 days. He handled it like a stubborn child and not like a commander in chief. He put the country in a worser position that even if the outcome is a settlement somewhere, we've done so much damage to the country as innate value and all of the other assets and things that we were getting that we didn't even think about. All of that has been threatened and now out of position. So because of this, the country is in a whole different standstill or a different stanza. which means that let's say we make good with everybody, they gonna hate our ass. And we ain't gonna have no way to get around it. And now the other countries are gonna come together and figure out ways to cut the United States out of the deal. Of course, worser is a word. I just said it. If I said it's only gonna get worser, you know what it means, right? So it's a word. It's a word you don't understand. Mm-mm. What do I need school for? I could say Fukolo Jami. You don't know what that means. I know what it means. And if I say that to the right certain people, they know what it means. So how you gonna say it's not a word? All words are made up. Just lets me know how I think and how you think. Now, worser is a word because I said it is. What does the mean? What's the definition of worser? You tell me what's the definition of it. I bet you know what the definition is, and I don't even have to tell you. Now, is Trump the worst president we've ever had? That yet remains to be seen. But everybody wanted to applaud. He's getting rid of all of these illegal immigrants, which America was very concerned with. Right? That's your main concern, is the immigrants. They're taking away American jobs. That was your concern. Am I correct on that? Am I correct? That was your main concern, right? Is that American jobs were being taken away by immigrants? And now when Trump deports these people, we're going to receive better benefits. We're going to have more jobs now. He's going to bring more companies back to America. And he wanted to start by deporting violent illegals. Even though the majority of the illegals that he deported out of here, a lot of them weren't the violent ones. And some had asylum throughout the United States of America. Not Trump's fault. That was our own government's fault. But here was a guy, this one person that they want to use to undo Trump and say, you can't keep sending these people back to Venezuela. I don't have a problem with them deporting violent criminals who are here committing violence. But people who are productive citizens going through the proper channels to become a citizen, I have no problem with it. Now, the notion that they're taking up all the American jobs. That's told very vaguely. And we know why it's been told very vaguely. Because they know the numbers don't back that up. That number backs up an imaginary tale that we're losing jobs because immigrants are coming over and taking all of the jobs. And they want you to believe it's all the poor immigrants that are coming over the border. If it wasn't for the poor immigrants coming over the border, then this wouldn't be happening. Right? If it wasn't for the Venezuelans, the Mexicans, and all of those guys. So when you think immigrant, think Mexican, think Venezuelans, think poor country, right? Because that's the only people that come here, right? That are immigrants. When there are plenty of Ukrainians here, there are plenty of Russians here, Albanians, a lot of immigrants from a lot of different places that they don't care nothing about. India, etc. Right? And you know what the country do? Give them money that they don't give their own Americans. So, while you're so upset with the immigration policy of Mexicans and Venezuelans, and your mind automatically thinks poor people taking your jobs, when the jobs that they work, you don't want to do. Do you know most illegal immigrants that come over the border from these countries are working jobs where they're getting paid under minimum wage? That is correct. Under minimum wage. They're mostly doing farming, agriculture, and things of that nature. All work you weren't refusing to do. You all were refusing these type of works because they're willing to work